The hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are not just any ordinary hours. They are the golden hours of opportunity, the magical moments when champions are born and dreams take flight. Now, I know what you are thinking. Why on earth would I want to be awake at such an ungodly hour? Well, my friends, that's exactly what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. You see, while the rest of the world is fast asleep, dreaming about success, you have the chance to be out there making those dreams a reality. It's during these quiet hours that you can tap into a wellspring of potential that most people never even know exists. And today I'm going to share with you 3 powerful things you must do if you find yourself awake during this sacred time. But before we dive in, have you ever wondered why some people seem to have all the luck? Why did they achieve more in a year than most people do in a decade? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not luck. It's not a chance. It's about seizing every opportunity, especially when others are too comfortable to even consider it. Now let's talk about these 3 game-changing actions, because what I'm about to share with you could very well be the turning point in your life. The moment you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. Number 1, engage in purposeful reflection. The first thing you must do if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is to engage in purposeful reflection. This is not just any kind of reflection. I'm talking about deep, soul-searching introspection that cuts through the noise of everyday life and gets to the very core of who you are and what you want. You see, in the stillness of these early morning hours, your mind is at its clearest. There are no distractions, no urgent emails, no social media notifications vying for your attention. It's just you, your thoughts, and the infinite possibilities that lay before you. Start by asking yourself some powerful questions. What am I truly passionate about? What are my biggest goals and dreams? What's holding me back from achieving them? Don't just skim the surface. Dive deep. Be brutally honest with yourself. This is not the time for half-truths or comfortable lies. Write down your thoughts. There's something magical about putting pen to paper in these quiet hours. It's as if the act of writing itself brings clarity to your thoughts, helping you uncover insights you never knew you had. Reflect on your progress. Where were you a year ago? Where are you now? Are you moving in the right direction? If not, what needs to change? Remember, progress is not always measured in giant leaps. Sometimes it's the small, consistent steps that lead to the biggest transformations. Think about the legacy you want to leave behind. When all is said and done, how do you want to be remembered? What mark do you want to make on this world? These are not easy questions, but they are essential. They give purpose and direction to your actions. Now, some of you might be thinking, but I'm not a morning person. I can barely string 2 thoughts together at that hour. And to that, I say, that's exactly why you need to do this. Breaking out of your comfort zone, pushing past that initial resistance. That's where growth happens. That's where you discover what you're truly capable of. As you engage in this reflection, you will start to notice patterns. You will uncover limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. You will recognize opportunities you have been overlooking. And most importantly, you will gain a clear vision of what you need to do to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But here's the key. This reflection must be purposeful. It's not about aimless daydreaming or getting lost in a maze of what-ifs. It's about gaining clarity, setting intentions, and charting a course for your day, your week, your life. The insights you gain during these early morning reflections can be absolutely life-changing. I've seen people completely transform their lives, their careers, their relationships, all because they took the time to really look inward and get honest with themselves. Remember, success leaves clues. And one of the biggest clues is that successful people know themselves. They understand their strengths, their weaknesses, their motivations, and they use this self-knowledge to make better decisions, to focus their energy where it matters most. So, if you find yourself awake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't waste that precious time tossing and turning, trying to force yourself back to sleep. Instead, embrace it as a gift, a rare opportunity to connect with your inner self, to gain clarity, to set your intentions for the day ahead. And here's a little tip. Keep a journal by your bedside. That way, when these early morning wake-ups happen, you are ready. You can capture your thoughts, your insights, your eureka moments. Because let me tell you, there's nothing more frustrating than having a brilliant idea at 4 a.m. and then forgetting it by the time your alarm goes off. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, but what if I don't wake up naturally at that time? Well, my friend, that brings us to our second powerful action. Are you ready for it? Because this one might just be the game changer you have been looking for. Number 2, set your intention and prime your mind. The second crucial thing you must do if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is to set your intention for the day and prime your mind for success. Now, pay close attention because this is where the magic happens. Most people stumble through their day reactively, responding to whatever comes their way. They are like leaves in the wind, blown about by circumstances. But not you, not anymore. When you wake up in these early hours, you have a unique opportunity to get ahead of the day, to shape it according to your will. Start by setting a clear intention for the day ahead. What's the one thing, if accomplished, that would make this day a success? Maybe it's making progress on that big project at work. Maybe it's having a heart-to-heart conversation with a loved one. Or perhaps it's taking that first step towards a long-held dream. Whatever it is, define it clearly in your mind. But don't stop there. Visualize it. See yourself accomplishing this goal. Feel the sense of satisfaction, the pride, the joy that comes with it. Make it so real in your mind that your subconscious can't tell the difference between the visualization and reality. This is not some new age mumbo jumbo, my friends. This is the power of mental rehearsal, a technique used by world-class athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high achievers in every field. Next, prime your mind with positivity. Feed it with inspirational content. Read a few pages from a great book. Listen to an uplifting podcast. Watch a motivational video. The key is to fill your mind with positive, empowering thoughts right from the get-go. Because let me tell you something. The thoughts you entertain in these early hours will set the tone for your entire day. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm not a morning person. I can barely function at that hour, let alone think positive thoughts. And to that, I say, that's precisely why you need to do this. It's about creating a new habit, rewiring your brain for success. Your mind is like a garden. The thoughts you plant in it will grow. Plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, and that's what you will harvest. But plant seeds of positivity, determination, and success, and watch how your life transforms. The universe has a funny way of responding to our expectations. When you start your day expecting great things to happen, believing in your ability to overcome challenges, you will be amazed at how opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. It's as if the world conspires to help you succeed. But it doesn't stop there. As part of priming your mind, I want you to practice gratitude. That's right, gratitude. Because here's the thing. It's impossible to be grateful and negative at the same time. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you shift your energy, you change your perspective. And from that place of gratitude, anything becomes possible. So take a few moments to count your blessings. Think about the people in your life who support you, the opportunities you have, even the challenges you face, because those challenges are making you stronger, wiser, better. Now, some of you might be wondering, how long does all this take? And that's a fair question. The beauty of it is it doesn't have to take long at all. Even 15, 20 minutes of intentional priming can set you up for an incredibly productive day. And let me tell you, the return on investment for these few minutes is astronomical. Think about it. How different would your day be if you started with clarity, purpose, and a positive mindset? How much more could you accomplish? How much better could you handle the inevitable challenges that come your way? But here's the real kicker. When you make this a habit, when you consistently prime your mind for success in these early hours, you are not just changing your day, you are changing your life. You are rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways that support success and achievement. Now, let me tell you something, my friends. Once you experience the power of starting your day this way, you will never want to go back to your old habits. You will find yourself looking forward to these early morning wake-ups, eager to seize the opportunity they present. Now, I can see the excitement in your eyes. You are ready to take on the world, aren't you? But hold on, because we're not done yet. There's one more crucial action you need to take if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. And this one might just be the most powerful of all. Are you ready for it? Number 3, take massive action. The third and perhaps most crucial thing you must do if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is to take massive action. Now listen closely, because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where dreams start to become reality. You see, reflection is powerful. Setting intentions is essential. But without action, they are just pleasant mental exercises. It's action that brings your dreams to life. It's action that turns your goals from mere wishes into tangible results. And here's the beauty of these early morning hours. You have a head start on the rest of the world. While others are still sleeping, you can be out there making things happen. You can accomplish more before 8 a.m. than most people do in an entire day. So, what does taking massive action look like? Well, it depends on your goals. If you are an entrepreneur, it might mean working on your business plan, reaching out to potential clients, or creating content for your brand. If you are an artist, it could be painting, writing, or composing. If you are focused on personal development, it might be exercising, meditating, or learning a new skill. The key is to do something substantial, something that moves you significantly closer to your goals. This is not the time for busy work or procrastination. This is the time for meaningful, impactful action. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm not fully awake yet. My brain is not functioning at its best. And to that, I say, perfect. You see, in these early hours, your analytical, often overly critical mind is not fully online yet. This means you can tap into your creativity, your intuition, your raw potential without the usual mental chatter getting in the way. Some of the world's greatest inventions, most beautiful works of art, and most innovative business ideas have come during these early morning hours. Why? Because this is when your subconscious mind, which has been processing information while you sleep, is most accessible. This is when inspiration strikes. You have to be ready to capture that inspiration. You have to be willing to act on it immediately. Don't wait. Don't say, I'll do it later. Because later life will get in the way. Other priorities will crowd in. The spark of inspiration will fade. So when that brilliant idea hits you at 4 a.m., don't just make a mental note. Get up and do something about it. Write it down. Sketch it out. Start building that prototype. Begin writing that book. Take that first step, no matter how small it might seem. And let me tell you something. There's an incredible energy that comes from taking action while the rest of the world sleeps. It's like you are part of an elite club, a secret society of doers and achievers. You are getting a head start on life, and that momentum will carry you through the rest of your day. But it's not just about the tangible results you produce during these hours. It's about building the habit of action. You see, success is not about one giant leap. It's about consistent daily steps in the right direction. And when you make taking action a non-negotiable part of your early morning routine, you are setting yourself up for long-term success. Now, some days will be harder than others. Some mornings, you will want nothing more than to roll over and go back to sleep. And that's okay. We're human after all. But here's where discipline comes in. Here's where you have to remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. Remember your goals, your dreams, your vision for your life? Let that be your motivation. Start small. If the idea of massive action feels overwhelming, begin with one small task. Make your bed. Do 10 push-ups. Write one paragraph. Often, that's all it takes to get the ball rolling. Once you complete that first task, you will find yourself energized, ready to take on more. But don't stop there. Use the momentum you have built to tackle your most important task for the day. You know, that one thing you have been putting off, that one thing that would make the biggest difference in your life or your business, if you could just get it done. Let's do that. Because let me tell you, there's no better feeling than knowing you have accomplished your most crucial task before most people have even had their first cup of coffee. The actions you take in these early hours can compound over time, just like compound interest can turn a small investment into a fortune over the years. Small, consistent actions can lead to massive results in your life. Imagine if every morning You wrote just one page of that book you have been dreaming about. In a year, you'd have a 365-page manuscript. If you learn just one new word in a foreign language each day, you'd know 365 new words by the end of the year. If you made just one new business contact each morning, you'd have expanded your network by 365 people in a year. Do you see the power in this? You see how these small, consistent actions can add up to something truly remarkable over time? It's not just about what you accomplish during these early morning hours. It's about how taking action first thing sets the tone for your entire day. When you start your day as a doer, as someone who makes things happen, that attitude carries through everything else you do. You will find yourself more productive at work, more engaged in your relationships, more focused on your goals. Why? Because you have already proven to yourself first thing in the morning that you are someone who takes action, someone who gets things done. That kind of self-image, that kind of self-belief is priceless. It's the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. Now, I can see the fire in your eyes. You are ready to seize these early morning hours are not you. You are ready to join the ranks of high achievers who use this time to catapult themselves towards success. And that's fantastic. But before we wrap up, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm not naturally an early riser. How can I make this work for me? And that's a valid concern. The truth is, becoming an early riser doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes persistence. Start by gradually adjusting your sleep schedule. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier each night and wake up 15 minutes earlier each morning. Over time, you will find your body naturally adapting to this new rhythm. And remember, the goal is not just to wake up early. It's to wake up early and be productive, energized, and focused. Make sure you are getting enough quality sleep. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. Create a sleep environment that's conducive to rest, because the quality of your wake up is directly related to the quality of your sleep. Give yourself something to look forward to in the morning. Maybe it's a delicious, healthy breakfast. Maybe it's a few minutes of your favorite music or podcast. Maybe it's the peace and quiet of having the house to yourself. Find something that makes you excited to get out of bed. Now, let's bring it all together. We've talked about 3 powerful actions to take if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Engage in purposeful reflection. Set your intention and prime your mind and take massive action. These aren't just random activities. They form a potent triad that can transform your life. Think about it. You start by looking inward, gain clarity on who you are and what you want. Then you set your intention, priming your mind for success. And finally, you take decisive action towards your goals. It's a perfect recipe for personal growth and achievement. This is not just about what you do in those early morning hours. It's about who you become in the process. You see, when you consistently wake up early, when you dedicate time to self-improvement and goal achievement before the rest of the world is even stirring, you are developing discipline. You are building willpower. You are becoming someone who is committed to their dreams, someone who doesn't just talk about success, but actively pursues it. And let me tell you, that kind of personal growth, that kind of character development, it spills over into every area of your life. You will find yourself making better decisions throughout the day. You will have more energy, more focus, more drive. You will be more resilient in the face of challenges. Why? Because you have already conquered the biggest challenge of all getting up and getting to work while others are still sleeping. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I try this and it doesn't work? What if I don't see results right away? And to that I say, patience, my friends. Rome was not built in a day, and neither is a new habit or a new life. Give yourself time. Be consistent. Trust the process. Because here's the truth, success is not an event. It's not something that happens overnight. Success is a habit. It's the result of what you do consistently over time. And speaking of time, how you can make the most of these early morning hours. One powerful strategy is to use them for learning. You see, in the quiet of the early morning, With no distractions, your mind is like a sponge, ready to absorb new information. So why not use this time to read books in your field, or to take online courses, or to learn a new skill? Imagine if you dedicated just 1 hour each morning to learning. That's 365 hours of focused study in a year. Think about how much knowledge you could acquire, how much you could grow professionally and personally. But don't limit yourself to just professional development. Use this time to broaden your horizons. Read great literature, study philosophy, learn about different cultures. Because the most successful people, the true leaders in any field, are those with a broad base of knowledge, those who can draw insights and make connections across different disciplines. Another powerful use of these early morning hours. Planning and strategizing. You see, most people go through their day reactively, responding to whatever comes their way. But when you take time in the early morning to plan your day, to strategize for your future, you put yourself in a proactive position. You are not just dealing with life as it comes. You are shaping your life according to your vision. So use this time to plan your day in detail. Schedule your most important tasks for when you are at your peak energy levels. Anticipate challenges and plan how you will deal with them. Set both short-term and long-term goals and map out the steps you need to take to achieve them. Don't just plan for your professional life. Plan for your personal growth as well. Schedule time for exercise, for meditation, for connecting with loved ones. Because true success is not just about achieving your professional goals. It's about creating a balanced, fulfilling life. Something that might be on some of your minds. But what if I'm not a morning person? What if I'm more productive late at night? And that's a fair point. We all have our natural rhythms, our own circadian cycles, and it's important to honor those. The principles we have discussed, reflection, intention setting, and taking action, they apply no matter when your most productive hours are. So if you find that you are at your best from 10 p.m. to midnight, then by all means, use that time. The key is to have a dedicated period each day when you focus on your most important work, when you invest in your personal growth and your future success. That being said, there are unique benefits to early morning work. The world is quieter. There are fewer distractions. And there's something powerful about starting your day with accomplishment, about knowing that you have already made progress towards your goals before most people have even started their day. Plus, let's be honest, the world is largely set up for early risers. Business hours, school hours, they all favor those who start their day early. So by adapting to an early morning schedule, you are aligning yourself with the rhythms of the world, which can make many aspects of life easier. But regardless of when you do your most important work, the key is consistency. It's about showing up day after day, whether you feel like it or not. It's about doing the work, putting in the effort, even when you don't see immediate results, because that's where the magic happens. That's where transformation occurs. Success is not about one heroic effort. It's not about pulling an all-nighter once in a while to meet a deadline. It's about what you do consistently, day in and day out. It's about the habits you build, the discipline you develop, the person you become in the process. And that's why these early morning hours, or whatever hours you dedicate to your most important work, are so crucial. They are not just about getting things done. They are about building the habits, the mindset, the character that leads to long-term success. Now, let me share with you a little secret. One of the most powerful things you can do during these early hours is to work on your mindset. You see, your mindset, your beliefs, your attitudes, your way of thinking, it shapes everything in your life. It determines how you interpret events, how you respond to challenges, how you approach opportunities. So use this time to work on developing a growth mindset. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Cultivate positive thoughts. Practice gratitude. Because when you change your mindset, you change your life. And here's another powerful practice for these early hours. Visualization. Take a few minutes each morning to visualize your goals as if they've already been achieved. See yourself living the life you want to live. Feel the emotions you would feel if you had already achieved your dreams. This is not just feel-good nonsense. This is a scientifically proven technique used by top athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high achievers in every field. When you vividly imagine your success, you are programming your subconscious mind to look for opportunities, to come up with solutions, to guide you towards your goals. Now, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. When you wake up early, when you invest in yourself first thing in the morning, you are sending a powerful message to yourself and to the universe. You are saying, I am important. My dreams are important. My goals are important. And when you consistently take action towards your goals, when you show up day after day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, you are building something more valuable than any single achievement. You are building character. You are building discipline. You are building the foundation for lasting success. So I challenge you, starting tomorrow, if you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't roll over and go back to sleep. Don't reach for your phone and start scrolling through social media. Instead, get up, engage in purposeful reflection, set your intention for the day, and take massive action towards your goals. Do this consistently, and I promise you, your life will change. You will start to see opportunities where before you saw obstacles. You will find yourself achieving goals you once thought were impossible. You will become the kind of person who doesn't just dream about success, but who goes out and creates it. Remember, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. And there's no better time to prepare for your future than in the quiet, focused hours of the early morning. So seize this opportunity. Embrace the power of these early hours and watch as your life transforms one early morning at a time. The choice is yours. You can stay comfortable doing what you have always done, getting the results you have always gotten, or you can challenge yourself, push your boundaries, and step into your full potential. I believe in you. I know you have greatness within you. Now it's time for you to believe it too, and to take action to make your dreams a reality. Now you say, what will you do tomorrow morning when the clock strikes 3 a.m.? Will you sleep on your dreams or will you wake up and chase them? The decision is yours. Choose wisely, for in that choice lies the key to your future. Thank you.